Hey everybody, this is Unit 2, Formative 1, Application of Inequalities. So basically this is going to be taking our inequalities we've been talking about and putting them into real life situations. Alright, so we want to define a variable and write an inequality for the following situation. And we've done this before, but it's nice to see it again. So a person needs to be at least 16 years old to drive a car. So first you're going to define a variable. So x could equal the age that you need to be to drive a car. So therefore, if you need to be at least 16 years old, you need to be greater than or equal to 16 years old. So greater than or equal to 16. You obviously can't be younger than 16 to drive a car. Okay, this one here. Mrs. Cornell knows that a majority of her students will score within 5 points of the class mean, which is 85. Okay, write an inequality to represent the test scores of the majority of our students. So, x is going to represent a specific test score. Okay, well, 5 points within the class mean means we can be 5 points above it, so at a 90, or we could be 5 points below it, so at an 80. Okay, so if you score between an 80 and a 90%, you're going to be within 5 points of the mean. So we show that by saying x is greater than or equal to 80%, but it's also less than or equal to 90%. So here is your inequality to represent that your score, which is x, could be between 80 and 90%. Alright, did you know that banging your head against the wall actually burns 150 calories an hour? Not suggesting you do it to lose weight, but just saying. Alright, your test scores are 79% and 85%. What do you need to score on a third test to have an average between 80 and 88% inclusive? Okay, well, inclusive just means that it could be 80 or 88. Okay, an average. Remember when we find average, we total up the test scores and divide by the total number there is. So in this case, we're going to have three tests when we're done. So 3 is going to be the bottom number, and our test scores so far are 79, 85, and our third one we don't know yet, so that's where we use our variable of x. Okay, and we divide that by 3 because there's going to be 3 tests. Well, that average needs to be greater than or equal to 80%, okay, because the minimum score average that we want is an 80, and the max score that we want is an 88%. So our average needs to be between 80 and 88, and this right here will tell us our average, and if we put it between 80 and 88, we can solve that now. Okay, so we had a problem like this in the warm-up. So we're going to add the two numbers on top first. So we have 80 is less than or equal to 79 plus 85, which gives you 164 plus x over 3 is less than or equal to 88. Okay, multiply by the 3 because you're getting rid of the 3 on the bottom. Now remember, you could have multiplied by 3 first. It doesn't matter. Okay, so that gives you 240 is less than or equal to 164 plus x, which is less than or equal to 88 times 3, which is 264. Okay, now all we have left to do is subtract the 164. Sorry, this is so small. Okay, and 240 minus 164 gives you 76. I'm going to write my answer up here. Okay, less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 264 minus 164, which gives you 100. Okay, so here is your actual answer written as an inequality. So x, your score of your third test would have to be between a 76% and a 100%. You could have a 76 or you could have 100 to get between an 80 and an 88% average in the class. The last part here is write your answer in interval notation. So when we do that, we're going to use a bracket because 76 is included, comma to 100, and another bracket. If you need to actually graph it out to actually know how to do the interval notation, that's fine. But remember, interval notation just says where your solutions are. So your solutions are between 76 and 100. The brackets represent that the 76 and 100 is included. All right, and that is your video on application. That's the last video for this formative. Make sure you took notes and go back and watch any videos that you have not watched yet. We will see you later.